Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're doing another deck profile. This time we're looking at Dragonmaid. Now Dragonmaid's a really fun deck and it's super easy to build out in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. You can buy the structure deck 3 times from the shop and build yourself quite a powerful deck very easily. It revolves around flooding the field with powerful boss monsters, protecting them with their effects and trap cards to control the board. Starting out we have 3 copies of Chamber Dragonmaid. This lets you search out any Dragonmaid spell or trap, super good for changeover, but also for giving you whatever piece you need to deal with or remove your opponent's threat. Earnest here lets you discard it to special summon any Dragonmaid from the hand. It's a great extender and lets you go in to another boss monster. Next we have 2 copies of Parlor Dragonmaid. This lets you send from deck to grave a Dragonmaid target. Nurse Dragonmaid, much the opposite, lets you special summon back from the grave. We have 2 copies of Kitchen Dragonmaid that lets you search from deck to hand a Dragonmaid monster, and we run one of each of the respective Dragon form Dragonmaid monsters. Now all the small Dragonmaid monsters at the start of the battle phase can return themselves to the hand and special summon from hand or grave their respective Dragon form. Laundry Dragonmaid we run at 1. It's a bit of a generic one that just mills 3 cards to the grave, helps you get some of the stuff in the graveyard for some of those graveyard plays. Darkness Metal Dragon is great in this deck. It's a great extender. Not only can it special summon back from the grave, of which will have plenty of targets, but you can slip it in mid combo without disrupting your own plays for an extra boss monster on the field. And of course 3 copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring to round off the monsters in the deck. So that's it for the monsters. Looking at the spells, we're starting out with 3 copies of Dragonmaid Changeover. This is your big one really. This lets you fusion summon either House Dragonmaid or Dragonmaid Yugioh to go into one of your boss monsters. Send Off lets you swap a Dragonmaid monster for a different one. Actually great bait for your opponent's negates because you can special activate the effect on summon and then when they negate it, chain that and just make the play with a different monster instead. Hospitality actually serving much the same purpose, letting you play through perhaps a hand trap or disruption. Raigeki at 2 is just great. It gives the deck a means to hit multiple targets on the field at once. Monster Reborn is a great staple card in many decks, but it's really good in Dragonmaids because of how frequently you're going to have some of your most important monsters in the grave. Of course, we run 1 copy of Polymerization. Now we do run Predaplant, Verte, and Anaconda in the extra deck, and that can't target changeover for its effect because it doesn't have fusion or polymerization in the name. Prosperity is free draw power. It's 1 in Master Duel. There's room for it in the deck. It's a great card. You can't go wrong. Dragonmaid Tidian lets you bounce one of your opponent's monsters from the field back to their hand. Downtime acts as your control for the deck. It helps you search out your pieces and also acts as the deck's means to hit your opponent's back row. This is a great card to see early because it helps you guarantee getting the strongest board that you can. And of course 3 copies of Infinite Permanence. Great card, super good if you go first, super good if you go second. You can't go wrong with this and it's absolutely cracked in Master Duel. So that's it for the main deck. Let's move on over and take a look at that extra deck. First off, we got 2 copies of House Dragonmaid. Really, that acts as a target here for Dragonmaid Yugioh, the deck's Omni Negate, which on resolution lets you special summon a different Dragonmaid name from the extra deck. It also lets you special summon a dragon monster during your standby phase. Guard Dragon Pisty here really acts as a means to move a Dragonmaid monster from the field to the grave, and Heretic Seal here is another means to bounce one of your opponent's cards. IP is just a great card when you can summon so many monsters out, lets you set up in your opponent's turns, notably for cards like Nightmare Cerberus, although Unicorn would probably be a better option. BLS is a great card here because there's lots of level 7 and 8s in the deck. Ratem, whilst admittedly prosp fodder, is also kind of good because it does let you target and then special summon out a different Dragonmaid monster from your hand. Apo is just awesome all the time, really good to set up negates for your opponent's effects. Access Code Talker, a brilliant card when you've already loads of link monsters anyway, and of course Predaplant, Verte, Anaconda, with the polymerization in the deck, lets us go into Yugioh even if we can't get it to Dragonmaid Changeover. So that's it for the extra deck. Let's move on over to Master Duel and see how the deck actually plays. Now we're very fortunate here. This is about as good a hand as you could really hope to see. Opponent playing a very strange ritual deck here, which you'll come to see in just a couple of minutes. Talisman Drake we hit with Imperm just to stop it searching out its ritual target. He activates pre-prep to get the spell. And the monster. He goes for the incantation play a second time. Pensaplume, we hilariously hit with Imperm again. But he's very much all good, having enough monsters on the field to go into its boss monster. That monster being Prediction Princess. Which is a great sort of support card for flip decks. I'm not really sure this guy quite gets the gist of how he should be playing this, because he flips up Guard Dog in his end phase. Right, Geki's a great draw here. He pointlessly chains his Prediction Princess to flip his cards face down, which ironically, even if he did have any immunity, would minimise the effectiveness against Raigeki anyway. Fortunately, a clear board lets us pop off. We use Chamber Dragonmaid to search out Changeover, and we tribute Chamber for Red Eyes, Darkness, Metal Dragon. We then use Red Eyes' effect to special Kitchen. Kitchen searches out Tinkek, sends it to grave. We enter battle phase, return it to hand to summon Tinkek, and then hit with two powerful monsters. Main phase 2, we set up Shiu, because of course that leaves us with a negate on the board, ready for the following turn. And in the opponent's standby phase here, it lets us pull back Tinkek from the graveyard. Now we're still sitting here fortunately with a negate for Shiu, and that's exactly what we do. He activated Chalice Slime there. If you don't Ritual Summon after activating Chalice Slime for the search, you actually take 2500 damage during the end phase, which is the only life point this guy has left, which leads him to scoop because he's already lost the game. Let's take a look now at a second example. This time we'll be playing first. So we lead with Parlor, send off Lorpa, Monster Reborn on Lorpa. Then we activate Changeover with the two cards in hand to get straight into Shiu to set up a negate on the board. Then I went into Pisty to send Parlor to the grave, because I wanted to special it back with Shiu, completely forgetting that I already had targets in the grave anyway. So of course we target Laundry as a better target, and that mills 3 cards to the grave that we can use in the graveyard on our next turn. We activate Shiu in standby phase for the special, we chain to E-Soul, and then we negate with Shiu. This is where Shiu is seriously nuts, because you can get the negate and then still go straight into House Dragonmaid anyway. And we still get the special because it was never negated. House Dragonmaid on summon lets you target a Dragonmaid on the field, and then special summon one that's level differs by 1. Start of the battle phase, we go into all of our monsters and absolutely pwn the guy. So as you can see, it's really easy to flood the field with super powerful monsters and set up some protection in the process. Dragonmaid's really fun. If you're just getting into Master Duel, I definitely recommend it. Have you played the deck? What do you think? Leave me a comment, let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.